Hello, good day. Now, the first video I talk about the general differentiation. And what's the general differentiation? That's the power rule, the general differentiation. If I have y is equals to ax exponent n, then differentiating this one, we use the exponent to multiply the coefficients, which will give you n times a, which is an, na or an. Then the second thing we're going to do here is we reduce the exponent by 1. Subtract 1 from the exponent, so n minus what? 1. And that is the general differentiation. Yes, that is what we talk about in the first video. And then I solved another examples in the first video. Please, don't skip the first video, go and learn the first video before you come to this one. Yes. Now let's move on to another one. Now that one I want to talk about is I want to talk about differentiation of a constant. Differentiating a constant. Now if I'm differentiating a constant k, that is if y is equal to k. Now during the first principle I proved this one. Go and watch the video on first principle. I proved the differential of a constant. And after going through the first principle, we realized that whenever we differentiate a constant, we get 0. Anytime we differentiate a constant, we get 0. So the right proven is over there in my video on first principle. So go and watch that one. Okay. Now, so if I'm differentiating this particular constant, if I'm differentiating the y is the k. If I'm differentiating this particular constant, I'm going to get what? 0. So it means I'm differentiating which one? Y. The y is the k. I'm going to get what? 0. Don't forget. We said that the k is the same as s exponent 0. So if I want to do the same thing here, I need to multiply 0 by k. 0 by k will give us 0. X exponent 0 minus 1. Because after multiplying 0 by k, after multiplying the exponent by the constant, the coefficient, I have to reduce the exponent by 1. Okay, but this one will give us 0x exponent minus 1. You have to know that since 0 is multiplying x exponent 1, we are going to get 0. So differential of a constant is always 0. Because when we are solving, we see constants in the question. And anytime we differentiate a constant, you have to know that it will give us what? 0. Now example, if I am differentiating y is equal to 4, then dy dx, that is I'm differentiating the 4. Anytime I differentiate the 4, I'm going to get 0 because 4 is a constant. Don't forget, 4 is a constant. Now another thing I want to talk about is when we are differentiating a function increased by a constant. Function increased by a constant. Example, y is equal to kx exponent something. That is what I talk about in general differentiation, but I want to talk about it here too. So if we have y is equal to 4x exponent 3, how are we going to differentiate this one? This one is a constant, so our concentration is on the x. Don't forget, we can even bring the 4 out, then we differentiate the x. Yes, so it is something simple. So increasing by a constant means that when it is multiplied by a constant, when the function is multiplied by a constant, it is still increasing. When the function is multiplied by a constant, it will be increasing. So this one will give us what? 12x exponent 2. Don't forget, you're supposed to be able to do this one within a second. So to be 3 times 4, which will give us 12, then you subtract or you reduce the 3 by 1, which will give us 2. So that's it. Now I want to talk about another one. Addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction. Now, if we have function that is adding or subtracting, so if I have y is equal to f of x plus either they are adding or they are subtracting, So we have a function. So you can talk about addition of plenty, you can talk about subtraction of plenty. If they are subtracting or adding, how are you going to solve? It is so simple. So dy dx will give us the same as what? I have to differentiate this one and I will differentiate this. So I need to differentiate the x, then I will differentiate the y. So it means I need to differentiate them separately. Now I can also write this like this. You see that I told you in our previous video, when we bring prime, complement, or 1 here, it means we are differentiating. So this one means that I'm differentiating the f of x. I want to show working. Then I will differentiate the g of x. I'm differentiating this one and I will differentiate this one. So dy dx is equal to, when you differentiate the f of x, I'm going to get f prime of x plus or minus. When I differentiate the g of x, I'm going to get the g prime of what? X. Now example. So the thing is that when they are adding or subtracting, we need to differentiate each. Adding or subtracting, we need to differentiate each. So example, if I have y is equal to 2x squared plus 5x minus 3x exponent 4 minus 5 minus x plus 2, we are going to find dy over dx. We are differentiating y over the x. So this one means that we have to differentiate them one by one. Here is minus. We need to differentiate them one by one. Differentiate this one, differentiate this one, differentiate this one, differentiate this one. So let's go through the process. Very simple. How do we differentiate this one from our previous video? Multiply the exponent by 2. So which means 4 times 2 will give us 8. Then I'll write my s. Then we subtract 1 from the 4, or we reduce the 4 by 1. Subtract 1 from 4, we get what? We get 3. Now let's come here. Multiply the 2 by 5, which gives us 10. Now subtract 1 from the 2, which will give us what? 1. So s exponent 1 is the same as x. Now minus, now let's come to this one. When I differentiate s, what I'm going to get? Anytime we differentiate s, you're going to get a constant because this one is 1. You get it? So 1 times 1 is still 1. You get it? You multiply 1 by the coefficient, is still 1. Then we reduce the exponent by 1. So we're going to get x exponent 0 and s exponent 0 is still 1. S exponent 0 is still 1. So don't forget. So here will give us 1. Anytime we, so keep it in your head that anytime we differentiate x, it will give us 1. Now the last one, this one is a constant, so I need to differentiate this particular constant. Don't forget that when we differentiate a constant, we're going to get what? 0. So when we differentiate the 2, you're going to get 0. So differentiation of this one is this. Very simple. Very, very simple. You need to keep it in your head. If you are not able to keep it in your head, there is no way you can proceed to the next. So the whole thing gives us exponent, right? Plus 10x minus 1 plus 0. Now look at something here. You see, this one is a cubic function, a quartic function. This one is a quartic function having an exponent of what? 4. Now after differentiation, the highest exponent has now reduced to what? 3. That's why we say we are reducing. Now one thing is that whenever the exponent is also quadratic, when it is quadratic, after differentiation, when it is quadratic, after differentiating, we are going to get a linear. We are going to get a linear, that's a straight line. So that is one thing you're supposed to keep in your head, yes. Now, let me solve another one. Now, so if I have y is equal to x plus 4 exponent 2. Now, when you are solving this particular question, this is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to expand this one. You have to expand it before because we've not gotten to anywhere we can expand this one. So we have y is equal to, let me expand this. So we're going to get x squared plus 8x plus 16 before I will differentiate. Now when I differentiate this, what am I going to get? 2 times 1 is 2. Reduce the exponent by 1, we're going to get 1. The exponent is 1. 1 times 8 is 8. Now when you differentiate x, you're always going to get 0. So you're going to get 1. And then 1 times 8 will give us 8 because we said that x is the same as exponent 1. So after multiplying 1 by 8, we are still getting 8. Then we subtract 1 from the exponent. That will make the whole of this one x exponent 0. So there will not be any x. Anytime we differentiate x, there will not be any x again. Now the last one, differentiate 16, we are going to get what? 0. So the answer will be 2x plus what? Plus 8. Sometimes you can even get a rational function where you can use this one to differentiate. Now let me go to another one. Now, if y is equal to 2x exponent 4 plus x exponent 3 plus 5. Now, all divided by s squared. How are we going to differentiate this one? Now, when you are differentiating this one, you have to relax. You see, when you have a plus b over 2, the same as the 2 dividing a and the 2 dividing what? B. So it means that this one means that the s squared is dividing each of the terms. So you need to simplify it small. So let's simplify. So y is equal to 2x exponent 4 divided by x squared. Otherwise, you can't solve because we are doing normal differentiation. Although this one is division, when we go to division, this one is simple, but this one is division by simple. When we go to a division that is a little complicated, I will teach you another method called the quotient rule to solve. Now plus another one, s exponent 3 divided by s exponent 2 plus 8 s exponent what? 2. So let's reduce it. We're going to get x equal to what? S squared will cancel 1, so we're going to get 2x exponent 2. Now the x squared will cancel exponent 3, so we're going to get x. Now this one, 8 over s squared, there is no way it can cancel. But we can apply inverse. Inverse means exponent negative 2, right? So let's apply inverse over there so that we can easily differentiate. So this one gives us 8s exponent negative 2. 8s exponent negative 2. Now let's differentiate. Now differentiate s with respect to y. Y with respect to s. So it means we have to differentiate each term. Differentiating this one will give us what? 2 times 2 is 4. Now as time goes now, we're doing it fast. So you have to pay attention very well. Now subtract 1 from 2, we're going to get 1 plus. Differentiate this one, what are we going to get? It is 1 times 1 is still 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So the whole of this, the x will not come. It's left with 1. Don't forget. Now minus 2 times 8 will give us minus what? 16. We multiply the exponent by 8. So minus 16. Then we reduce the exponent by what? 1. So which means minus 2 minus 1, which will give us minus 3. So s is minus 3. So the answer will be this. You can bring this one down to make it 16 over s exponent 3. You can make it like that. So this is a differential equation. It is very simple. Very. Now let me do the last one. Last one. Now last one, then I'll move on to, this one is addition and subtraction. Now I'll move on to multiplication. Now when they are multiplying, how do we go about it? Yes. But before then, let me solve this one first. Now if you have y is equal to cubic root of s exponent 3 minus now how do we differentiate this one? You see, this one is square root exponent half, right? So this one is same as 3 over 2. Now this one is same as what? 5 out of 3, right? This is cubic. Now let's differentiate. Now divide the x. What are you going to get? Multiply the exponent by the coefficient. So 3 out of 2 by 1 will give us 3 out of 2. We are going to reduce the exponent by 1. Let me do it here. 3 out of 2 minus 1. What are you going to get? You're going to get 1 out of 2. Right? Because we need to reduce the exponent by 1. So here will give us 1 out of 2. 1 out of 2. You know 1 out of 2 is the same as square root. Now minus, let's differentiate this one. You multiply the exponent by the coefficient. The exponent is 5, so 5 out of 3, right? X. Then we reduce the exponent by 1. So we have 5 over 3 minus 1. This one will give us what? This one will give us 2 out of 3. You can do somewhere then you come and write. So here will be exponent 2 out of 3. So I can just write it normal way. This one is same as 3 over 2 square root of x. Minus this one is same as 5 over 3. This one is over 3, so it is cubic root of what? S squared. Now, so this is simple as that. Very simple as that. Now, let me do the last one. Now, sometimes we're going to make something like y is equal to 1 bracket x plus 3, another bracket 2x minus 5. When if you see something like this, although they are multiplying, we will go to multiplication, known as the product rule. But we have some of them you can simply use the normal differentiation to do it. Now, if I want to use the normal differentiation, first I need to expand the bracket first. So let's expand the bracket. You see, everybody can expand, so we are moving straight away. S times 2s will give us 2s squared. X times minus 5 will give us minus 5x. 3 times 2s will give us 6x. And then 3 times minus 5 will give us minus 1, minus 15. So we'll have y is equal to 2s squared. Now, minus 5x plus 6x will give us what? To give us x. When we add this, we're going to give us x minus 15. Now, this one and this one, they are the same. It is as simple as that. Now we can differentiate. So, the y over the x will give us what? 2 times 2 is 4x. Reduce it by 1. If we differentiate the x, we're going to get what? 1. Now, differentiate the constant is 0, so this is the answer for this one. We are still differentiation. Now, with this one, you can go through a whole lot of things to know how we can solve. Now, in the next video, I will talk about the multiplication, known as the product rule. Product rule. When they are multiplying, how are you going to differentiate? Although this one is multiplying, but I'm going to talk about complicated ones. When they are multiplying, another way of solving this one, how are we going to do it? Let's meet in the next video.